Hi guys, this is Keshav Malpani. I welcome all of you to yet another session of 12 Minutes to CLAT. Today I'm going to discuss about one of the most controversial topics for several decades in India, that is the entire reservation system. And I think all of you would know that Supreme Court has also given a verdict quite recently about the EWS reservation. So I will be discussing that as well in this session. But before that, we need to understand as to what is the reservation system. I think everybody has a fair idea about it, but we still do not understand as to why was reservation brought, what was the rationale behind it, what were certain developments that happened post independence about it. So reservation is not something जो हमेशा इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद ही आया था या फिर हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के साथ आया था. It was something that was brought in by the Britishers also earlier in the early 20th century. उसके बाद after we got independent in 1947 and got a constitution in 1950, our constitutional makers were of this understanding, and rightly so, particularly the chairman of the drafting committee, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, that there were certain communities or certain castes in India that had actually seen a history of discrimination. And it was very important to put these people also in the same pedestal by providing them certain important privileges, or you could say certain important reserved seats in certain areas, which could be in, you could say, colleges, which could be in jobs, which could be in public employment, and so on. So it became very important in there. So when our constitution came on 26th January 1950, reservation was brought in for a period of 10 years. Although we have done 75 years of Indian independence now, reservation still prevails because it's become a vote bank politics now. Anyway, we'll not go too deep into the political discussion of this, which is not our concern today. We'll try and understand as to how is it evolved over a period of time. So there were certain communities that were recognized as scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, जिनको starting में reservation दिया जाता था. Right? Although there have been a lot of cases over a period of time, एक आगे जाकर 92 में एक बहुत बड़ा केस आया था, which is called Indira Sawhney versus Union of India, which actually is considered a landmark case on reservation in India. For your convenience, मैंने बाकी जो भी reservations से related important cases है, उनका कुछ important rationale, which is the ratio decidendi of those particular judgments, I've attached that on slides at the end of this particular video, and you can definitely go and watch it there for a better understanding of the same. So what happened after the SC and ST reservation, there was a commission formed called the Mandal Commission. Now Mandal Commission का report आया था in which it said that there is a separate community which is the third community, or you could say third class of people in India which deserve reservation as well, which is the OBC class, the other backwards class. And as per Mandal Commission's report, 52% of India's population at that time were belonging to the OBC category. So therefore, they also required 27% reservation as recommended by the Mandal Commission. Now this was implemented by the VP Singh government in 1990, which led to a lot of bloodshed around the country. काफी सारे protests हुए थे against it, but it was implemented, the 27% reservations for OBCs as well. Now this particular matter went to the Supreme Court. Because यहाँ पर क्या हुआ था, other than OBC reservation, there was one more reservation that was recommended, and government इसी के लिए भी notification लाई थी, where people who were from the general categories, जिसको हम बोलते हैं, who were from unreserved categories, people would be getting 10% reservation in those categories as well if they're financially weak, if they're economically weaker sections, जिसको हम EWS reservation बोलते हैं. Now this entire thing went to the Supreme Court in Indira Sawhney judgment. So 1992 में जो Indira Sawhney judgment आया, उसने clearly ये बताया that OBC reservation देना is correct. ठीक है, this is reservation that is required by a majority, or you could say a big population in our country. As I told you, 52% population था उस time पर. And SC and ST reservation should also go on. But something very relevant that it held was कि जब भी हम reservation देंगे, the reservation shall not go beyond 50% limit. ठीक है, अगर वो 50% लिमिट तक है तो ठीक है, उसके ऊपर नहीं जाना चाहिए. It also talked about the concept of creamy layer among OBCs, where एक income set कर दिया जाएगा. अगर आप उस income से आपका income कम है तो ही आपको reservation मिल पाएगा. Now over a period of time हम देखते जाते हैं कि बहुत सारे ये arguments होते हैं that there are certain people from these reserved communities who have already gotten you could say the advantage of reservation, and they've come to a very, you could say, good place financially, economically, socially as well. But they still take advantage of reservation because ये जो policy है that has not been taken care of, or you could say उसको properly review नहीं किया गया for last 70-75 years जब से ये reservation का policy आया है. Now it becomes all the more important to understand that there was a separate demand. तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इंदिरा सॉनी जजमेंट में क्या किया था, वो जो 10% EWS वाला रिजर्वेशन था ना, उसको स्ट्रक डाउन कर दिया था. ठीक है, इट वाज नॉट कंसिडर्ड दैट टाइम बिकॉज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि हम लोग इकोनॉमिक यू कुड से बैकग्राउंड के बेसिस पर रिजर्वेशन अभी तक नहीं देते आए हैं. नाउ this was demand that was going on all through the 1990s, in the early 21st century as well, that there were certain classes among the general category or the unreserved category also that were downtrodden in the sense that they were not at the same place as other people. They were not financially sound. They did not have a very good, you could say, opportunities that they got exposed to. They did not have all those in their hands as well. Therefore, they also deserved reservation as per them. Now, this, you could say, particular debate kept going on for quite some time till 2019, and in 2019 the parliament brought the 103rd amendment to the Indian constitution. This amendment added one clause to article 15, which is 15 clause 6, as well as one clause to article 16, which is 16 clause 6. These articles particularly talk about reservation, or you could say special privileges that are being given to people, either you could say while using public parks or public property, or while public employment as well. It becomes very important for us to understand that these were those people who would be given reservation over and above that 50% criteria. So जो इंदिरा सोनी जजमेंट में बोला था that 50% is the ceiling, that is the limit of reservation that can be given, उसके ऊपर 10% reservation दिया गया to the EWS category in 2019, which is the economically weaker section. And these are those categories that are from the general category or the unreserved category जिनको अभी तक कोई भी reservation नहीं मिलता था. Now, very recently, in 22 itself, the matter came to a constitutional bench in the Supreme Court stating that this is a violation of the basic structure of the Indian Constitution, because हमारा का जो equality का जो principle है ना, ये उसको clearly violate कर रहा है. I think most of you would know basic structure के बारे में, तो मैं आपको basic सा बता देता हूँ. 1973 में there was this case called Keshwaనంద Bharati versus State of Kerala, where a 13 judge went to the Supreme Court. इतने judges आज तक कभी भी किसी भी केस में इंडिया में बैठे नहीं है, उससे पहले और उसके बाद भी. 13 judges of the Supreme Court decided in a ratio of 7:6 that there are certain basic structures in the Indian Constitution, particularly in Part 3, that cannot be amended by the Parliament. So यहाँ पर EWS reservation को support करते हुए Supreme Court ने ये बोला that similarly जो हमारा Constitution का principle है that equals cannot be treated unequally, similarly unequals cannot be treated equally. तो अगर आप EWS category में देखो, people who fall under this category are not on the same, you could say, pedestal financially, particularly with respect to the opportunities that they are getting, than other people of the general category who have better opportunities, better, you could say, financial resources to take care of them, and you could say get all the exposure that is there. Now, something very important that the Supreme Court, all the 5 judges agreed to, is that reservation is something that cannot go on indefinitely. इसको पहले 10 साल के लिए लाया गया था, अभी एटलीस्ट 80 years तक ये चला है आफ्टर द इंडियन यू कुड से कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वाज ब्रॉट, इनफैक्ट आफ्टर वी गॉट इंडिपेंडेंस. तो एटलीस्ट 2026-27 तक रिजर्वेशन चलेगा, बिकॉज तब तक ये एक्सटेंड हो चुका है ऑलरेडी. So Supreme Court held that we need to do something to make sure that people who have already taken advantage of the same are not given further advantage, because हम ये एक रिजर्वेशन लॉ का बहुत बड़ा लैक्यूना देखते हैं कि जिन लोगों को एडवांटेज मिल गया रिजर्वेशन का, उन लोगों को कई बार मिलता रहता है वो एडवांटेज, विच इज नॉट आइडियल, बिकॉज देयर आर सर्टेन अदर पीपल हु डू नॉट गेट एडवांटेज ऑफ द रिजर्वेशन प्रोविजन, और जो लोग डाउन ट्रॉडन है वो वहीं रह जाते हैं, राइट. ये पूरे सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने वहां पर माना. सो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बोला कि वी विल वेरी सून ऑब्वियसली टेक सम एक्शंस टू मेक श्योर दैट यहाँ पर रिजर्वेशन को इंडेफिनेटली एक्सटेंड नहीं करते. इट कैन नॉट बिकम अ पॉलिटिकल टूल इन द हैंड ऑफ पॉलिटिशियंस टू काइंड ऑफ डेवलप अ वोट बैंक फॉर देमसेल्व्स. तो ये एक काफी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट यू कुड से एक ओबाइटर है, ऑल्दो इट इज नॉट समथिंग दैट इज बाइंडिंग, बट स्टिल इस पर्टिकुलर जजमेंट से निकल कर आया. और उन्होंने बोला कि B.R. अम्बेडकर जो हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के ड्राफ्टर थे, उनका ये मानना था कि हमें 10 साल के लिए देना चाहिए, एंड वी हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सटेंडेड इट बाय अ लॉट. ठीक है, बाय अ लॉट मोर हमने उसको एक्सटेंड कर लिया. तो यहाँ पर वी शुड नॉट एक्सटेंड इट मोर, एंड द गवर्नमेंट शुड डू समथिंग अबाउट इट एंड अंडरस्टैंड एज टू व्हाट द रिजर्वेशन हैज गॉट अस सो फार, और हमको उसमें क्या चेंजेस लाने की जरूरत है. उसके अलावा आई थिंक this is some very important legal current affairs that you guys understand, and I think you would know that I've been teaching on Unacademy as well, जहाँ पर मैं ना ऐसे काफी सारे current affairs डिस्कस करता हूँ. It could be a legal current affair, it could be a normal current affair, an international current affair, या फिर generally जिनको भी legal reasoning में problems है, I take a lot of classes on different subjects. You can also watch the recordings there. You can in fact use my code Keshav Live and Malpani and get 10% off on all the courses on Unacademy. I'll be very happy to you could say discuss your issues there as well and give you the proper guidance as to how can you proceed with the preparation also. So that is it about the session from my side. If you like my sessions, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon, and don't miss any updates from us. Keep liking and keep following us like this. Thank you so much, guys.